The first thing we're going to talk about is what is drug abuse. So drug abuse is habitual use of substance every time you want to use this drug. So this is one of the things that we the youths have a lot of problem dealing with. Nowadays, you don't have to be addicted to common drugs like bang, cocaine, miraa for you to be called a drug addicted youth. You can be addicted to any drug and you may not know that you are addicted to these drugs. You may be addicted to even painkillers, or you may be addicted to even uh, drugs that you might not even imagine you're addicted with. So long as you want to use these drugs, every time you feel that you are facing some kind of withdrawal, if you do not use these drugs, you are having migraines, headaches. So this tells you that already you are addicted to these drugs. We have emerging drugs that have been able to come, and youths are constantly getting addicted to these drugs, not knowing that they are addicted to these drugs. For example, in the United States of America, we have seen emergence of prescription drugs, drugs that are given by doctors during the first days. For example, when you are been injured or when you have been having a very dangerous disease, you are prescribed to take drugs that maybe want to reduce your pain. When you're given these drugs, of course, you start consuming it, and after being finishing your prescription, you still use these drugs. You can get addicted to these drugs. These drugs include drugs like Oxycontin or Betapine. It's mostly used by players or sportsmen who get injured most of the time, and they still consume these drugs not knowing that they are addicted to the drugs. So prescription drugs is an emerging drug. There is a crisis and that is facing the United States of America, and it's very difficult to contain this crisis. So prescription drugs are more dangerous than even cocaine and bang and miraa, because these drugs are manufactured by very volatile chemicals that are only positioned to ensure that you have been actually treated with so that you can relieve on pain. Here in Kenya, we do not know how prescription drugs has affected the country because we do not have researched. We don't know how we can find the information about these prescription drugs. But majority of the youths mostly nowadays use drugs. For example, when you are feeling a migraine, you are feeling an headache, uh, you are feeling maybe you have an injury, you use common painkillers. Most of the time, after relieving yourself the pain, you continue using these drugs. It is not just painkillers that are emerging as new drugs. We still are seeing emergence of other drugs that are also more powerful and are also infiltrated the current society. We may not be able to know these drugs because we are in Kenya and they have not yet made inroads into our country, but we should still be able to get informed about these emerging drugs. Drugs like methane, drugs like uh, that have come and are making inroads in the United States of America. For example, drugs like crack, which is a combination of cocaine and powerful chemicals that result to a very powerful, dangerous things. For example, in Puerto Rico, they're saying that crack is making people walking like zombies, people who are mad in the head. So this is the seriousness of these new emerging drugs, and they are making inroads in major cities in the country. For example, Mombasa, which is mostly affected, Nairobi. So these new drugs are more powerful poisoners, and it only takes more than 5 years before you are affected or before you have been taken to a mental institute. In conclusion about this video is that all I can say is that we should not be bounded that when you are drug addicted, you're only addicted maybe to alcohol, bang, miraa, cocaine. There are also other drugs that you can be addicted, most especially prescription drugs. These are very dangerous drugs, and many people are addicted and they do not know that they are addicted to these drugs. So we must be able to know that if we use anything as a habit and non-stop, then we should seek help. Being addicted to drug does not mean that you are an awful, you cannot change, but you can also change by yourself. You can also want to see this change in yourself and be able to find help, maybe in rehabilitation centers. So drug abuse is not a curse, it's not a problem that cannot be solved. So thank you for watching the video. Next time I will be uploading about how to help yourself when you know that you have been addicted to these drugs, and also how to find people who are going to listen to you, to talk to you, so that you can be able to get out of this prison that is called drug abuse. Thank you, and please subscribe to this channel and ring and click the bell. Thank you very much. Let's meet next time. Thank you.